Great 2025 part 2. Listen, let's talk about it. So, y'all, first of all, let me say this. Welcome back. And she back. Hey, and she back. We back. So, listen, y'all. We are not laughing at what she put. Y'all laughing at my crazy deal. Let's talk about it real quick. So, I am asking people, and when you watch it, put it in the comments. What is your money goal for 2025, right? And listen, and when she said half 537,000, first of all, I like that you were very exact with that, right? $537,000. She didn't say $500,000. She didn't say, oh, I want $1 billion, a lot. She said $537,000. So to me, number one, that's well thought out. That's well thought out, number one. That's well thought out. 537,000. I'm with the shits. Now, thank you, Ren. The reason why how's it coming with putting that shit together?
Yeah, I'm gonna wash off the thing so it won't be so greasy.
Oh, did you get them all in there? Mm-hmm. Oh, over here, label them hoes in after you wash them off. That's 50 labels. Okay. All right, cool. So I did not listen. I'm not. So when she said 537,000, I didn't bat an eye because I know. I remember when I told y'all in 2023 I was gonna make $500,000. I remember that. Some of y'all was with me. I remember when I told people I looked you dead in the eye. Let me flip my hat up so you know this shit real. And I said I'm gonna make $500,000 in 2023. And I told people I'm gonna make $500,000 and a minimum of $20,000 a month. And I looked y'all dead in the eye like this. And y'all was like, girl, you got it. Okay, girl, I see you. Woo, 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 woo. At the time when I told y'all that, I lived in my loft. I had a loft downtown. It's an industrial loft, so it wasn't like a ritzy feeling. Like I liked it because the building was artistic and all that stuff. But I told people that, and people probably laughed at my goofy ass. However, what people did not know is that I had already made $225,000 in 2022. I may not have looked like it, but I had made $225,000 in 2022, really without even trying. You understand me? So that's something. And then people didn't know that the year before that, in 2022, and then the year before that, in 2020 and 2021, I had made over $100,000. I had made $102,000 in 2020, and then I made almost $200,000, probably about $180,000 in 2021. And then, so it steps to this. And the reason why I'm explaining this is that because I had to ask her, well, what did you make next year? First of all, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Coach Misty. I am here, y'all. I hold a lot of hats. I wear a lot of hats. I own a lot of hats. And I also do a lot of things. One of the things that I am passionate about, I love is budget babe. You could call me that. Right now, you can call me budget babe. One of the things I love is the budgeting. One of the things that I love is about mapping out your road to riches. I want to get GPS your way to whatever the fuck it is that you want, right? Listen, what I used to be a math teacher, so I love numbers. I would tell people everybody is good at math. You just got to know the rules. You got to know how to play the game right. Everybody that's watching this live can have whatever it is they want. You just got to have some rules to the game. You can't just go out here all willy-nilly and say, I want to make $500,000. And you ain't made $100,000. And you ain't made $250,000. Now, true enough, you could hit a jackpot and walk away with $500,000. But the probability of you keeping $500,000 or turning that $500,000 into $1 million is 0 to none because you don't have rules. You don't have the mindset. You don't have a plan. And that's what I do. I help people plan. And so one of the class that I'm doing today is normally a class that I charge for. It's called Budget Babe. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give them Budget Babe. What's up? I'm back. I'm gonna give them Budget Babe. This is a 3-part class. Normally I teach it one long ass class, but I'm gonna give it to them in 3 parts because y'all had homework. If you missed part 1, that's okay. You can go back to my YouTube. I'm Coach Misty and go check it out. Right? You said I made over $100,000 before, just not last year. Okay, friend, good. So that's something we need to know. And I help people achieve their dreams, right? And I tell people financial blessings come in intervals, right? You have to, in order to make $500,000, you have to know how to make $250,000. In order to make $250,000, you have to have had a plan to make $100,000, right? Because once you get a plan, once you get a concrete plan on how to do something, it's crazy. I remember before I started, let me say this. Before I started selling insurance in 2020, I started selling insurance. I worked for AAA in 2020, right? I never thought about what I wanted to make per month, if that makes sense. I've always had a job. What's up, Kenosha? I always had a job, a career that paid me a certain salary. So I would say, okay, well, I know I make $4,600 a month, or I know I make $5,000 a month because I have a job that pays me 60 grand a year. Okay. And then I would budget from there. It wasn't until I started, and I've had multiple businesses, but I never had to truly rely on my businesses to pay my real bills. I've always had a career and a business, right? Or a career and a side hustle, or I've had full-fledged businesses, right? But because I never had to rely on my business to pay my major bills, I never really sat down and put a goal. Sometimes I will put a sales goal. If I was going to an event when I had my cake business and I was going to an event and I would say, hey, we're going to make $500 today selling cake. That was that particular goal. But I never thought about it on the large scale to say, hey, I need this business to make $100,000 this year. It wasn't until I started selling insurance. And once we were out of the training class, out of the bullpen, they actually put us on the floor and they told us, hey, you no longer get training pay. So they was paying us like $20 an hour for training. They were like, you no longer get training pay. Now you get paid per policy. And some people were scared, like, oh my God, what do you mean? Well, what happened if I don't make a certain amount of money? Then they did have like a backup check. It was like, hey, if you don't, it's a call a draw. If you don't make this certain amount of money, we're going to guarantee you at least $1,100 every 2 weeks. Right. And then, but them, they ain't going to just keep paying you draw checks. At some point, they're going to coach you up or coach you up out of there. Right. So with that being said, when they told me that, when I was working, I'm not going to go through my whole little testimony, but when I started at that insurance company, I had nothing. I was at rock bottom, but I didn't look at it as being like, oh, I'm at rock bottom, I'm messed up. I looked at it as a foundation. I said, this is my time to build a foundation. This is the time to put my feet to the fire. This is the time to show what I'm really made of. This is the foundation. And when they told me that I could make, so I didn't hear that oh my God, I'm about to lose my training pay. What am I going to do? What I heard was you telling me I can make as much money as I want to make, right? That's what you telling me. You telling me that I can write my own check. Because, see, I was so broke, I had nowhere else to go but up. I said, so that's what you telling me? So I made a goal to make $10,000 my first month on the floor, which happened to be March of 2020 when the pandemic started. I made $10,000 and some odd dollars, not even realizing that's how messed up my finances were, or so behind I was, that when I made the $10,000 in 30 days, it didn't even feel like $10,000. And mind you, this was commission only. This wasn't hourly pay. There was no hourly pay. It was commission only. And so from that point on, I started making monthly goals. Like, okay, I'm going to make $8,000 because now I have a job that actually only pays commission and my bills depend on it. So I had to get into a different mindset. And working for AAA actually set me up for success because I went from, okay, I need to make $500 today because I'm at this event, to thinking overall to start picking out money. Since I said, okay, well, I know if I email, I used to have 4 things I would do a day. So one thing of what I like to do is I can take any money goal you have and break it down into 4 action steps. If we need more than 4 action steps to help you reach your money goal, then that ain't your money goal. Not right now, right? So if you say you want to make $500,000, but it's going to take us 10 steps to get to $500,000, $500,000 ain't your money goal. It's probably $250,000 or maybe 125,000 is your money goal. And then I'm going to tell you 4 steps, 4 action steps. And then boom, you off to the races. So the 4 things I did as an insurance agent when I was making $10,000 in 2020 during the pandemic. Again, this was commission only, no hourly pay. I made $102,000 my first year as an insurance agent, and I was Rookie of the Year. Okay, I stayed in the top 5 out of 250 agents. I stayed in the top 5. In a couple months, I was number 1. And as a rookie, I didn't make the top commission pay tier. I wasn't at the top commission tier because I hadn't been there long enough, and I didn't get the best of the best leads. I mean, I did get good leads, but I wasn't getting the good leads. I didn't even have a pipeline because I had just started, right? But that was I did my first year. So I started making monthly money goals, and I started budgeting from that. I started making what I like to call my magic budgets. I would say, okay, for the month of July, I know that's my birthday month and I ain't going to work like I want to work, but I'm going to make $7,000. How am I going to make the $7,000? I knew I had to email these people. I'm going to email everybody first thing in the morning before 9 o'clock. I'm going to email people. I'm going to email people at lunchtime. I'm going to email people around dinner time, right? I'm gonna go ahead and send out emails. I had around 10 different emails. I had a sales funnel that I worked from. And now that's the whole, what I'm talking about now. That's not what I'm gonna talk about in budget, babe. We're gonna talk about finances today. We're gonna talk about how to budget the money you have to get the money you want. Now, if you need help about business and sales and marketing and all that stuff, by all means, please go, at least let me say this, go sign up on thisiscme.com, or you can click the link in my bio and you can go ahead and send me a message, and I can tell you what programs I have, because I have 2 programs coming up that's going to help you with business. One of the programs is called CME Business, CME Biz, how to make 50,000 in 50 weeks, and that's like a do-it-yourself business coaching course, and I will have one interactive coaching session for everybody that's in that program, and that program is only $7 a week. That's only $7 a week, the CME Biz. So go sign up for my emails. If you don't do nothing else today, go sign up for my emails. So that's $7 a week, and that starts on the 21st. Then I have another interactive course where I coach people for 12 weeks called Business Bay. That starts on February 4th, and that's a boot camp where, baby, we are working one-on-one. Doesn't your credit need to be good to do what? What does your credit need to be good to do what? What are you saying? Applying pressure. What are you asking about? What are we talking about? Your credit need to be good to budget your money out? What are we saying? What are we saying, Sting? A part of listen, if you have credit issues, a part of budgeting will help you fix your credit issues. You understand me? If you start knowing where your money is going, you can start paying down some of this shit. Some of y'all know your credit doesn't have to be good to have a business. No, your credit, listen, it don't mean everybody want to get on here and talk about business credit this and business credit that. And first of all, you got to do business to have business credit. Okay? Let me eat this Oreo. Let's talk about that bullshit. Huh? Okay. You have to do business in order to get business credit. So if you build a business, I also show people how to build businesses with $100. Like, you want to try out a business idea, don't go out here and spend $300-$400 on the LLC, getting all this other stuff. You don't need all that. I'm going to show you how to try this business out for $100. If you can make your $100 back in 30 days, you might be on to something. If you don't never make your $100 back, whether the idea will just stink or you don't have the momentum you thought you had, then move on and do something else. But no, you do not have to have good credit to start a business. None, not at all. You need a napkin and a pencil. You need a napkin and a Sharpie. You want to start a business? Give me a napkin and a Sharpie, and I'll start you a business right here, right now. No. Stop letting these people take y'all for a ride with all this. Oh, I'm going to show you how to get $50,000 in business. You know how you get business credit? Do you know how you get PayPal to give you a capital loan? You got to be in business. I'm going to have to stop drinking coffee. You actually got to do business. When all these people get on here and talking about, oh, I went and got this business card and I went and did this. You have to do business. You have to open up trade lines. You can have 3 trade lines. You can go get an EIN right now. You can go get it. You can get an LLC and an EIN today. Right now. You can get a DBA and an EIN right now. You can go open up a bank account. You know what these credit, you know what these places are going to ask the people that will give you business credit. You know what they want? They want to see 3 months of business. They want to see 3 months of bank statements. If you can't show them 3 months of bank statements, they're not going to fool with you. You can't just walk up there and be like, I got an EIN. Give me $50,000 loan. It don't work like that. And that's okay. That's why I have the 2 business courses. I have the business course for the people who may not be able to commit to the business-based schedule, because we meet online every week. From business base starting February 4th, we meet every week for 12 weeks. And then I have the other course that's $7 a week, and people can go ahead and pay, go ahead and do that. It's $1. It's literally $1 a day. I'm gonna show you how to make 50,000 in 50 weeks, and I'm gonna take you slow. And you get your worksheets and stuff like that. So that's my CME Biz. If you're interested in either one of those, you can either send me a message, and that's fine. You can go ahead and send me a message real quick, and understand I will never send you a message first. It's a lot of, You say, where do I pay for which one? Real E Bling. Which one you want? Just send me a message and I'll send you the link. If you want the $7 a week one that start on the 21st, I can send you the link, or you can sign up for my emails. The emails went out about it. If you want to go business, babe, you want me to coach you, you want to be in my coaching group for 12 weeks where we meet live on Zoom and you get your workbook and all that stuff. You're going to get a workbook either way. Then I'm going to start you a business from scratch in 12 weeks. We're going to talk about business credit. We're going to do all that. But I don't want to get into that because that's what not budget babe. Budget babe, what we talking about today is personal finances mixed with a little business as well. But I just wanted, and I thank that lady for answering the question, because I wanted to just tell you, no, you do not need good credit to start a business. You don't need shit. You don't need nothing. All you need is a Sharpie and a napkin. That's it. You hear me? Oh, you Raquel's mom? Hey, okay. Send me a thing. Whatever you want to do. Now we're about to talk. It's no credit. Yeah, no credit and bad credit is the same thing. Having no credit and bad credit is the same thing. Same shit. The same. So, what I'm gonna do is I want to go. First of all, what other questions y'all have? Let's do that. Because when I create these classes, I do have a syllabus, but I create this with you in mind. So, what other questions do y'all have? Okay, no problem. I got you. What other questions do y'all have? I do, but if you have any questions, bad credit and no credit, the same thing. It's just bad, right? I literally have a friend who is 40-something years old, 45 years old, and that man has nothing on his credit. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Like, he has nothing, and it was horrible, like nothing. But he thought like, oh, I ain't never put nothing in my name. Boy, you ain't got nothing on your credit. Like, they ran that man's credit, and they got the printer was broke. I swear to God, they printed it out, and they... Woo! They ran that man's credit at the place, and they went to print it out, and it was nothing but his addresses, and they thought that it was broke. They said, we ain't never seen nobody over 40 or at this age that has nothing on their credit. That's wild work. Now that was funny. That was hilarious. That right there took me down to the ground. Okay, I ain't never seen like that before in my life. So, and let me say this to say that too. Some of us need to file bankruptcy. Bankruptcy ain't bad. Bankruptcy is not bad. Okay, they do it all the time, couple times. Bankruptcy ain't bad. A fresh start. That's what we need. Okay, bankruptcy ain't bad. All right. You can send all them letters and you can really, you only dispute things on your credit that really need to be disputed. And when people say they're going to fix your credit, the real way to get your credit score up is for let me shut my ass up. I'm going to say that parents, you want to help your children with their credit, at your kids. If you are responsible, parents, listen, if you are responsible in paying, if you are responsible with your bills, if you pay your credit cards on time, or you got one credit card that you pay on time, add your child as an authorized user. Add your child to that credit card. You don't have to give them a card. Take the card and cut it up. I did that for my kids. I added them once I got my credit life together. Because my credit life was shot. Once I got my credit life together, and I have fixed my credit twice in my lifetime, I started adding my kids to my credit cards. And in that way, it helps them build credit. So like Zion started getting cards. I think Zoe did too. Zion started getting cards right away. Straight away. Okay? Because I added them to cards that I really wasn't using. And then I would just go ahead and make the payments or whatever. So, you know, that good payment history. And that's a trade line, right? So I'd had those credit cards for a couple years. And so now you have a trade line. That's how you get your credit score up. Shut my ass up. That's how you get your shit up. You need a trade line added to your credit report that shows good payment history or a high credit limit. You get added onto that, all of a sudden, boom. Listen, even if they're grown, yes, even if they're grown, add them on there. So if you have a credit, so if you have a card and you didn't have this card, let's say you got Discover card for 10 years and you have excellent payment history, add your kids to that card. It's not going to affect you. Their credit is not going to affect you. It's only going to help them. So if their credit is shot or they having credit problems, even if they've grown, add them as an authorized user. It'll add a trade line onto theirs. Give it about 3 months. And not even sometimes 3 months. It all depends on when the card report. And then they'll see their score go up because now their payment ratio, right, has changed. Because now they got 10 years of good payments added onto their credit report. That's going to kind of, let's do budget, babe, because I ain't even supposed to be talking about this. You said my mama did that and it was the best thing. Absolutely. Even if your kids is grown, do it for them. Help them out. Okay? When kids need that, those kids want to own a home or something like that, help them out. Zion, listen, Zion got more cards than me now. Help them out. All right. Anything else? Thank you so much, country. Anything else? Before I was talking about the real budget bank class. Anything about businesses, anything about credit? What? I'm gonna say that. Answer them bill collectors. And them bill collectors call you. First of all, I'm gonna say this. Listen, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna walk away from it because I'm gonna teach my class. Pull your credit report now. Go to freecreditreport.com. Pull your credit report. That's number one. Pull all 3 of them. You can sign up to get your annual credit card report from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Pull all 3 of them. Pull all 3 of them. Get you a highlighter. Get you a highlighter and a notebook. Now, this is what I used to do for my clients. I'm old school with it. Pull the credit reports. Look at the credit reports and see what is what. Be familiar with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Become familiar with it. See the things that's under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. What things can you actually dispute? See, what happens is somebody say, oh, I'm going to fix your credit. And all they do is they send the same dispute letter. You pay them X amount of dollars. And let me say this and say that. It's actually illegal to pay for services when it comes to credit repair before they've been rendered. I'm going to fall off the camera. I fell off the camera. You hear what I said? It's actually illegal to pay for credit repair services before they've been rendered. So Yeah. Now, someone could tell, yeah, you know that, did you? Now, if someone says pay me for a consultation, so like when I used to do it, and I don't do it no more because it's time consuming. When I used to do it, I would have my clients pay me for a consultation first. It might be $50, $75, whatever, right? If it was a couple, it'd be $100. The consultation is me pulling your credit report, or I'm gonna teach you how to pull it. You send me a copy. I'm going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, and I'm going to look at anything that I can dispute, any discrepancies according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And I'm going to sit down and tell you, hey, Yolanda, guess what? Company XYZ is on your TransUnion and your Equifax. Both of them have an opening date. That's wrong. So one of them is right, one of them is wrong. Both of them can be wrong. This is something that can be disputed because it's wrong. Now, let me say this to say that. Just because you dispute something doesn't mean they'll remove it. They will update it. The company can just update it. They can say, oh, we had the wrong date. No problem. Because when you dispute something, when you dispute it with the credit bureau, they're going to go reach out to the creditor and say, hey girl, hey, Yolanda is disputing XYZ, saying that the day she opened her account is wrong. We need you to verify, right? The way it gets removed, the creditor is not going to call back and be like, oh, yeah, we messed up. We was against the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Go ahead and take that off. If that creditor doesn't respond in the 30 to 45 days that they have to respond, then it gets removed because clearly you said, hey, this is wrong. They sent it to them. They never responded. It's off of your credit report. Don't mean it can't be added back on, but it's off for right now. Or company XYZ can say, oh, you know what? You sure right. We had we had Country working that day, and baby, she got fat fingers. Let's go ahead and update it. And then what's gonna happen? You're going to get something that says, oh, hey girl, hey, this has been updated. Ain't no, so now it's right. Thank you for letting us know that it was wrong. Now it's right. Carry on with your 400 credit score. Now, the best companies, I'm gonna give y'all a little game, and then I'm gonna go into Budget Pay. The best ones to dispute are when your debt is sold to another company, to a smaller. So if you have a Chase bank card, a Chase credit card, and it go into default, and you don't pay Chase, and Chase writes it off, and then Chase sells it to Coach Misty collections company, right? They 9 times out of 10, they don't have your full credit file. So once you come to Coach Misty's collection and it shows up, hey, Chase says boom, it's written off. Then now I go and look and say boom, Coach Misty's collection. And that's another thing. I would trace the debt. I'm gonna follow the debt. I'm gonna see where did the debt go. A lot of y'all debt should be off your credit report because the original debt, the debt date is over 7 years old, but these collection companies will list it on your credit report as new debt and trying to get you to pay their money when the original debt is over 7 years old. I don't care when they bought it. It's over 7 years old, right? So, and you can get it erased that way too. Stop playing with me. This is an old debt. It was over 7 years old. Just because you bought it, don't make it new. Get it off my credit report. The opening day is paid when it was closed. Boom, boom, boom. Anyway, that's even here or there. So you call Coach Misty. When you call Coach Misty Collections, you going to so here's the deal. When they Coach Misty Collection call, you be hanging up the phone. I'm not talking to you. Stop calling my phone. I'm going to put you on block. No, answer the phone. And you tell them, I need to see my original application. I need to see my original agreement with my wet signature. If you can't provide me with the original agreement with the wet signature, you're going to have to take this off. You're going to have to take this off. Don't do no cease and desist. Talk to them. I want you to take this off. If you can't show me 9 times out of 10, especially if it's been sold more than once, they don't have it. They can't send it to you. You can't show me where I agreed to repay this debt. And if you can't show me where I can agree, why is we putting up Lex into law? Limits to lashes. What is we doing? Listen, if you can't agree to repay this, if you can't show me where I agreed to repay this debt, you can't prove the debt is mine, and you're going to have to take it off my report. 9 times out of 10, they don't have your wet signature. Because guess what? They bought it for Chase for pennies on the dollar. They don't have that. They didn't get that information. They just got a chance. To what? Try to collect on something. They bought it. It's already been written off by Chase. You hear me? No, ma'am. Get out of here. Get out of here. Another thing before you start doing, so when I would talk to my clients, now I'm about to give y'all some game right now. When I would do my consultation with my clients, regardless, if some people don't even need to have credit repair, you just need to pay your shit. You just need to write a goodwill letter. You just need to call them people and say, hey girl, hey, how y'all doing? I paid my cards for 3 years on time. I ran into some hard troubles and I had some late payments. Can you take 2 of these late payments off? For me? I appreciate y'all. I've been a client this whole time. Can I get 2 late payments taken off? 9 times out of 10, they'll do at least one of them. And if they take a late payment off, your score is going to automatically go up. They'll say, you know what? Thank you, Miss Kashana. You know what? You should have called us and let us know. We're going to go ahead and take that late payment off. It's just a phone call. Or just, yes, girl, it's called a goodwill. You can do a letter or just call them and be like, hey, girl, hey, listen, I was sick. A lot of y'all are paying for credit card insurance. Do y'all know y'all have that? A lot of y'all pay this little extra fee to say enroll in this program in case something happened, and we forget about it and we panic when our money get funny. And all you have to do is say, hey, I'm enrolled in that program. It's like credit card insurance. And I lost my job. They're gonna say, can you send us a letter? Bitch, get you a letter. Can you send us a letter from your job showing that you was terminated? Oh, if you were, we're going to take away the late fees. We're going to fix the credit report, and we're going to give you time to pay it off. Huh? Huh? Yeah. Y'all, this shit should have been called Credit Bay. Listen. Listen. I literally went, yeah. Y'all ain't know that shit, did y'all? Yes, God. Yes, ma'am. Huh? Facts. So when I would do my consultations with people, remember, I cannot be paid until I've actually did something. So when I would do my consultations with people, I'm paying you. I haven't actually did nothing on your behalf. I just went over your credit report. I had a couple who was ready to pay me big money. Huh? What you want to join my live for, Crystal? We talking about Budget Bank. Listen, I had people, hold on, friend. I had people who actually was ready to pay me big money, a couple, to fix stuff. And when I looked at it, I said, yay, like it ain't as bad as y'all think it is. And one thing about it, two things for sure, I'm gonna be honest with you when it comes to something like that. It's not enough money in the world for me to lie and play with you like that. They was ready to pay me $2,000, $1,000 a piece for me to go ahead and do what I was gonna do. And they weren't even gonna take care. And I went through and I looked at it. I said, this ain't as bad as you think it is. All you need is some goodwill letters, right? Here goes some good, listen, here goes some good. You say, what if it says all correct and you still can't pay the collections? File bankruptcy. If you don't own the house, file bankruptcy. Chapter 7, that shit. Am I taking clients again? At this point, I need to. At this point, I might as well. Huh? Redo your taxes, your credit. Shit. I manifest for your ass. Huh? If you don't own nothing, bitch, if you don't own nothing, what do you do for student loans? Unless your school, and stop saying listen, shut up, Emily. Unless your school was involved in the foolishness, like it was non-accredited, or they was involved, it's a long list of schools that you can get discharged from, people can't really take your student loans off. People really can't take your student loans off. They talk that shit, they ain't taking student loans off. Unless your school, and that's those discharge papers, right? You want to get your loan discharged, right? There's things that you can do. You can go into forbearance with your student loans, okay? Or, bitch, go back to school. Go back to school. Huh? Go back to school. That's how you can do that. Take your ass back to school, bitch. Huh? Lifelong student. It's a lot of different things, but listen, take your ass back to school. Okay. You said I stay in school. Exactly. What else y'all want to know? I am one stop. Listen, one thing about it, two things for sure. I'm gonna show you what I've done. Anything I want to do, I do it. Anything I want to do, I do it. Y'all talking about she one-stop shop. I've done it. Anything I want to do, I do it. Before I pay you, hell, that's why I went to go learn injections. Before I pay some, I'm not paying. I like that girl Terica. She did a good job on my face, but goddamn me, $1,300 for 20 minutes. I would learn that shit myself. I would Botox the fuck out myself. I went and learned injections. Shit. Okay. Anywho, all right. Any other questions about credit? But what I was saying is, when I would charge for my consultations, right? A lot of times I would talk to people, if you only need goodwill letters, right? If you only need a goodwill letter, I'm not about to charge you for, I'm going to give you a goodwill letter. As long as I'm not doing the work, I'm going to say, hey, I've identified, you paid me for a consultation. I've identified which creditors you only need to send a goodwill letter to or call them. And this is what you say. Here's the goodwill letter. Good luck on your journey. I'm not about to sit up here and play with you. You want me to talk about foreclosures? What about foreclosures? You got a foreclosure on your shit? And you ain't filed bankruptcy? You got a foreclosure on your shit? Girl, start fresh. Hit that reset. And to be honest with y'all, when y'all hit the reset button on bankruptcy, right? Now, if you want to keep your house and you just want to restructure, that's a chapter 11. But when you do a chapter 7, within the first 90 days, then you're going to have all kind of companies calling you, trying to give you credit. Now, that shit is going to kind of die down. That shit is going to kind of die down after about 6 months, okay? What you want to talk about, Crystal? Because you putting shit up here about Lexington Law. And if you get on here and you promoting, you mean, what about bankruptcies? What about them? You got 7 years. You done fucked off the last 20. What about them? So here's the deal. For the first 6 months, everybody gonna try to give you credit. The first 3 to 6 months, everybody gonna try to give you credit. They'll give you a new car, fresh start program, all type of shit. That shit gonna die down. It's gonna taper off. If you're trying to buy a house, bankruptcy ain't it. You're not gonna be able to buy a house and say that bankruptcy is charged off. When it's time for that bankruptcy to charge off, it's charged off. I've done bankruptcy before. I did bankruptcy in January of 2011. I filed bankruptcy. Okay, listen, I filed bankruptcy in January 2011. I was able to go get a brand new car in 2014. Oh, from Lexington Law? Oh, Lord. Hold on one second. We're going to let Crystal talk about Lexington Law, y'all. Francesca, you here?
Yes, y'all. It was just going to be a hot second. I'm not promoting them in any way.
I was like, what the hell? Go ahead, friend.
I'm CME all day.
Well, first of all, tell them about the tax service.
Okay. Our tax service guys, I'm accepting clients. We do also offer loans. No interest if you want, well, advances, I would say, not loans. No interest up to 1,000. And then they raise our limit for also. And then you can get up to 7,000 with interest. The interest is based off of how much you get approved for.
Girl, they raised our limit.
They did, but it was 6,000 yet. Last year they could get up to 6,000. This year they can get up to 7,000.
Jesus, you be knowing. I didn't know. Oh, y'all got it. Tell them where to find it, friend. What's the website?
That's a good question.
CMETaxService.com. I know you lying.
That is a good question because I don't have that one.
It's CME. No, that's the one it's always been. CME. Oh, it used to be bookWithCME.com.
Okay, so CME Tax Service, guys. Sorry. And then the Lexington Law situation, I was not promoting them in any way. Cousin Doug used them and he received a check in the mail. So the information that I posted in the chat, guys, they're under a lawsuit. So if you haven't already received your check in the mail, reach out to get a refund back for some of that money that you paid in if you use their services, Lexington Law.
Thank you. Y'all go follow Limits to Lashes. That's also my lash. Don't look at my lashes right now, but my shit will be lush as fuck tomorrow. And she also is over CME Tax Service. Okay? We get you right. You got a business? Come see me. Come see her. Y'all go follow Limits to Lashes. Follow her right now.
And then I think we'll get together later, friend, but I think we should do like a training to teach them and educate them how to fix and repair their own credit instead of doing it for them.
I can do both. Open that shit up and see what it is. We can do both.
If they want to do
they say Crystal do her big one on them taxes. No, Crystal do her big one on them. No.
I do, guys. Come see me. I promise you I'm not just talking.
Well, Crystal do be doing her shit on them taxes now. I give her that. Crystal do her big one on them taxes, okay? Period, fool. So y'all go follow Limits to Lashes. Y'all want to get y'all taxes done. You don't have to live in the state of Texas. We do have a virtual app or whatever the case may be, and we gonna make it happen. That ain't my shit. That's Sequoia shit. Look at the name on it. That's not mine. I would never wear that. Okay, bye. Sorry. That's a Sequoia. No, go put that shit upstairs. I mean, not like that. Go put that up there. Okay. Look, I'm like, go put that up there. You say this year she's gonna be a little mad with me and my taxes. Yikes. She said you like the idea of giving them a clean slate first. Well, the thing about it is I can teach a class, so I don't mind doing the class about how to clean it up. Now it does have to be a private class because I want to actually show y'all like how to compare things, and I can't show y'all like even if I want to teach a class about teaching people how to do their taxes. I think everybody should know. You know, that room. So when you going down the hallway, not them two rooms when you first walk up the steps. When you go down the hallway, that first room to the left is the room Sequoia be in. I want to teach y'all how to do y'all taxes, like how to log on TurboTax and do y'all taxes. A lot of people, and I'm talking to like my single moms and stuff like that. Now you have a business, come see me, Stink. You know what I'm saying? If you got a business, come see your girl. Period, point blank. If you a homeowner, all that stuff, come see me. Hell, even if you lost something in gambling debt, did you know you could write that off on your taxes? Huh? Did you know if you lost? Did you know if you lost money gambling debts, you could write that off on your taxes? Did you know? Right? But like for people, yes, for people who, if somebody owe you money, if I owe you money, Royalist, if you loan me $1,000 and I didn't pay you back, and I'm willing to write that, I'm willing to write a note to say I loaned you $1,000, which means that I'm counting that $1,000 towards my income. So if you loan me $1,000 and I don't pay you back, I would have to count that money on my tax return. But if I sign a form, if I give you a paper that say, yes, she loaned me $1,000, I declined to pay her back, you can write that off. Yeah. Now, I know y'all think I be on here. Yeah, I think y'all think I be on here just bullshitting or having a good time and playing with cards and shit. But no, like I literally go to IRS conventions. I literally own my own tax service. I don't work under nobody else. I'm not franchised. I literally have my own EFIN number. When people get ready to do your taxes, ask them what their EFIN number is, not their PTIN. What's your EFIN number? Right? Because there's a lot of people out here to get an EFIN, you got to jump through a little hoops. To get an EFIN, you have to have certifications. To get an EFIN, you just can't be out here just doing all willy-nilly. So every year I go to an IRS conference, I take classes, I have to pass tests. I'm not just out here on, and I make sure that the people who work in CME tax service are also knowledgeable and up to date on the new tax laws. Because we want to make sure to get you what I'm going to protect me, I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to protect me at the same time. So CME tax service, get into it, go book you an appointment. We do free estimates on CME tax service. Or if you sign up for my emails, you'll see where the flyer is in the emails. And I say, text me if you want a free tax. We do free tax refund quotes. And we can tell you. Now, I'm going to say this and say that. And then I swear to God, I've been talking in 42 minutes about not what I was supposed to talk about. But let me say this and say that. I'm going to say it. Let me get this one thing. And then we're going to get back. And I'm going to ask y'all got any questions. When you are doing tax returns, let me say this and say that. I know everybody like, oh, I want the most money I can get. It should not be the most money you can get. It's the most money you're eligible for. Okay? I turn away so many people every year during tax time because you done went to Tamika, Aisha, LaShonda, to Rhonda. Okay? And she told you that she was going to get you back $20,000 last tax season and you only made $22,000 and you got one child. And she gonna get you back $20,000, and you done went over there, and you still ain't got your tax return back from last year, okay? Because they still laughing at the IRS. They still looking at this thing laughing. They didn't frame your tax return, huh? They didn't frame your tax return, and they sitting there laughing at your tax return, and you can't even find Takesha, Larisha, Rashonda, to Rhonda. You can't even find her no more. You don't know her Instagram page no more. She ain't at the same phone number no more. She didn't change her hair color. You don't even know where to find her at no more. Right? And then y'all come to me and say, hey, coach, I watch you. I trust you. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you. Can you do my taxes? The first thing I'm going to say to you is, who did your taxes last year? Oh, coach, I went to this girl and I never got them back. Guess what? Go ahead and go back to her. Go find somebody else to do it. You know why? Because she done tore you up. And I don't want to put one of my tax preparers, or I even do it, and we do the work, and then we don't get paid for it. Because they holding up your tax return from last year. They waiting to see what crazy stuff you submit this year. You know what I'm saying? They waiting to see what crazy shit you submit this year. And we submit that. Every time I submit taxes, every time I e-file, I pay a fee to e-file. I recoup my fee when you get your tax return. I have to pay a fee. They go in my bank account. I pay a file. I pay something to e-file. So every time I submit your taxes, I'm coming out of, other than the time that my tax preparers took to do your taxes, or I took to do your taxes, I'm coming out of $40 every time I e-file. So I'm going to pay $40 up front for every tax return. So that means that if you didn't get your tax return last year because took you for a ride and you got everything on there, solar panels, cyber trucks, all kind of stuff. She talking about you own 4 houses and you live in the projects. And then I file your tax return the correct way and they don't do it. I'm out of $40 and I'm out of time. So I am very, very, listen, I do not play with people. If your taxes, when you come to me and you brand new and you telling me somebody else messed you up last year, you didn't get a tax return, this would have been a bracelet moment. No, ma'am. Find somebody else to do it. Okay? Find somebody else to do it. That's on Gang on God. Find somebody else to do it. Because at that point, I might as well just hand you $40 until you and go back to whence you came from. I might as well just hand you $40 and tell you to go ahead and make it do what it do. Okay. So anyway, any questions? We done talked about taxes, Lexington law firm refunds. We done talked about credit. We done talked about everything other than what I want to talk about. We done talked about my 2 business courses that's coming up. Y'all want me to get back into credit repair? My God. Yikes. And let me say this to say that. If you want me to talk to you, we can talk about credit education. Because the only way to repair your credit is to pay that shit. That's it. Somebody asked me about settlements. And then we're going to talk about budgeting like a bae and smart spending hacks. We're going to talk about budgeting like a bae. We're going to talk about budgeting like a bae. So breaking down your budget and smart spending hacks. Someone asked me about settlements. Let's get into it. Because, baby, one thing I'm going to do is I'm a settlement queen. Right? You can't run away from everything. You're not gonna walk away from everything. You're not gonna get everything written off your credit report. A settlement, meaning you call Coach Misty Collections and you say, okay, Coach Misty Collections, I told you I wanted my wet application, the original application you provided, that all of the dates are correct. Yes, this is my debt. All right, what can we do about it? And I say, well, Royalist, you owe $300, but they always gonna give you a high number. But if you give me $290 today, it makes no sense. If you give me $290 today, we can go ahead and take care of this. You be like, I didn't even borrow from you. This ain't even your debt. You probably bought this debt for $2. I'm not gonna do $290. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna offer you 10% of the debt. So now we get to bargaining. The debt was $300. I'm gonna offer you $30. I want $30. I'm going to pay you $30 right now. And I want it written off my credit report. And I need you to send me something via email right now. What you already asked to verify all my information. If you owe $5,500, I will offer them a payment of $500 first. Y'all can go back and forth. I will offer them a payment of $500 first. To be honest with you, I try to pay. I start at 10% and the highest I go is 30%. Depending on how long it's been on my credit report. If that thing been on my credit report more than 4 years, it doesn't have a real impact on my credit because it's not brand new and you can can't say that. And y'all can go ahead and keep it on there until it fall off. Stay blessed. I'll call y'all back in 2 more years. Don't worry about it. Because the greatest impact that this debt has on your credit report on the numbers is going to be within the first 4 years. After that, it's just there taking up space. So I start at 10%. The highest I go is to 30%, but I ain't going to tell them the highest I go is to 30%. We're not going to do that. I'm going to tell them, hey, I start at 10%, right? Listen, so boom, I go ahead and do that. This is what I'm willing to offer you. Some of them will say, you know what? Let me talk to somebody. Talk to whoever you want to talk to, Stink. I'm here. We've been on the phone for 10 minutes now. I'm invested. How y'all doing over there? What y'all have for lunch? So they might say, okay, and you say, I need you to send me something right now via email stating that you will remove this from my credit report. And I need to know what day do you all report to the credit agency? What day do you report to the credit agency? Most businesses report within the last week of the month. I don't care when your due date is. Most financial institutions report on the last week of the month to the credit reporting agency. So if your car note is due on the 15th and you miss it on the 15th, if you pay on the 30th, listen, I'm about to drop game. If your car payment is due on the 15th, on the 30th, it's only 15 days late. They can't report. You got to pay that thing up before you hit the next 30 days. So you'd have to pay that, I say, by the 10th, to be by the 10th of the next month. So it won't show up. Now, they may charge you a late payment fee, but they can't report it as a late payment. Okay, they can't report it as a late payment until it's hit that 30 days, right? And then, or they'll tell you, hey, we report to the credit bureau on this day, right? And sometimes you even have more time. You even have more than the 30 days to pay it because they say, hey, we report on it if you don't pay it. So this is January. Your car note was due January 15th, right? 30 days late will be February 14th. You got it. Yeah, you will have 30 days late, but we're not going to report it until February 28th. So can you please pay this money, honey, before the 28th? If not, we're going to put a 30-day late payment on your credit. Now, we're still going to charge you the late payment fee because technically, since you late, and depending on how late you is, your car might be up for repo if it's more than 90 days, if it's like the 90-day mark. But if it's like the first time, you technically almost have 45 days to pay that car note, right, to get yourself caught up, right? Also, let me say this to say that. Ask for it. Anyway, I'm giving y'all too much. Can I do any other questions? Any other questions? What I was saying is this. For the settlements, ask them what day they report to the credit agency, right? If you can, record these calls, right? Tell them, hey, I'm recording this call at this point, okay? I'm recording this call at this point, okay? And then offer to make them a settlement. Offer to make them a settlement. Say, hey, this bill is $200. I got $20 on it right now. Let's call it a day. 9 times out of 10, that's more they pay for the credit file anyway. They may say, no, I can't take $20. You say, well, what can you take? Oh, we'll take $150. I'm not paying $150. If I pay you $150, I pay you $200. How about I take you? You said how to remove a debt that's paid in full, but it's still on your credit. So if a debt is paid in full, you should have made an agreement with them to remove it after the debt was paid in full. If you haven't made an agreement, if you call them 9 times out of 10, they don't need nothing from you no more. You've already paid it, and it's just gonna sit there. The only way to remove that debt is to find a discrepancy in it. But if you paid it, then you've already admitted that is your shit. So it's just gonna have to sit there. Okay. Yeah, what else? What else y'all got? Boop, 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 boop. But yeah, with the settlement, so we start working our way down. So they say $150. I'm not paying $150. I'll pay you $40, right? I'll pay you $30. And they be like, $30. Well, I'm not paying $150. I said, we can either let this shit sit. Then I start talking to them. I'm like, I know you got a quota you need to meet, right? You got a quota of money that you need to collect this week or accounts you need to close. I used to do it. I get to talking to them on a personal level. I fucks with it. So then they be like, I'm not doing $150. What else you got? Hold on. I'm gonna answer that question. So I do credit education. I don't want to say credit repair is pay your shit, but I do help people. I do credit analyst. Help you get your shit together. Look, if you need help with your credit, just send me a fucking message. Okay. All right, so boom. So you work your way down until you find a happy medium. Remember, it was a $200 bill. I'm only going to do 30%. So the most I'm going to go up is to 60. Yes, you can remove a late payment by asking nicely. You don't need nobody to do. Listen, you can remove a late payment by asking nicely. Hey, y'all. Hey, hi, girl. Hey. So here's the deal. In order to get a late payment removed, let's talk about it. You need to have 6 months of positive payments either before or after to get that late payment removed. Let's get into it. Boom, the late payment happened this month and it hit your credit this month. You got a late payment, that shit is on your credit score and went down 34 points. You're like, God damn, right? Now, if this was just a one-time circumstance, you just fell on hard times right after holidays. If you've had at least 4 to 6 months of good payments before that one late payment, call their ass. What up? Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, girl. Hey, listen, I need to get a goodwill. I need that courtesy. I need a courtesy late payment removal. I had 4 months of payments. Girl, it's the holiday. Shit got weird. It ain't gonna happen again. Can you extend me that one-time courtesy? 9 times out of 10, if the person you're talking to is in a good mood and they had some Chick-fil-A, they're gonna say, hey girl, hey, yes, I'm looking at my screen because you've had at least 4 months of good payments before. We understand, boo. Shit happened. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that late payment for you. Please, they're gonna try to sign you up for auto pay and all that good stuff. Please, 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 next time be on time. Boom. Let's talk about scenario number 2. Boom, late payment happened in January, but bitch, you been fucking up. Where's my baby girl? You been doing the fool. Okay, you was late October, November, December. Okay, I'm surprised the card still swipes. You've been doing the nut. Guess what? Don't you pick up that phone and call their ass. Don't you do it. At the most, companies will remove 2 late payments. Don't you pick up the phone and call them. Put your big girl pennies on and start paying that shit. Start paying $5 over the minimum. Start paying them 3 days, at least 3 days before the due date. And once you've made that fourth good payment, then you call them like, hey girl, hey, how y'all doing? I know I really want a reliable client, but as you see, I've been getting my shit together. I done made 4 good payments and I've been paying before the due date and adding extra. I wanted to know, is there any way you could delete 2 late payments? I'm trying to buy a house. Everybody wants you to be homeowner. I'm trying to buy a house, girl. I'm out here just trying to make it. Looking ass. Can you delete 2 of them payments? Now, most companies will delete 2 payments. They try not to do them back to back. They space them out based on your history, your payment history. Some of them probably will only give you 1. Okay, yes, you call it customer service. Hey girl, hey, yeah, that's it. Hey girl, I know I did this. That's you found in the number. Hey girl, hey, it's me. What's up, Buttercup? When they call you, answer the fucking phone. When they call you, answer the phone. Stop sending them people to voicemail. Talk to them. But listen, in order to do that, you have to be in the mindset that you are ready to take control of your finances. That's why I created the class Budget Bank. You gotta know what it is that you're dealing with. People are like, I need $10,000 to pay down debt. Where the $10,000 at? Who do you owe? You don't know because you ain't pulled your credit report. A lot of the shit on your credit report should be dropped off because it's been over 7 years. But what happens is, right at the 7-year mark, they'll sell it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You said you owe $26,000 in credit cards and the interest is a killer. What you need to do is just gonna start. You want to knock some of that off. I also teach people, and I do that during Budget Bay, is how to turn your credit cards into savings accounts. Did it get quiet or is it just me? Yeah. How to use your credit cards like a savings account. Now, it's going to take about 30 days for you to rough it out. Yeah. How to get your credit score up, how to always pay your cards on time, pay your bills, and use them hoes like a savings account. I got a savings account, but I don't have a savings account. Like, no. I have certain cards that they got the full limit and they put up. And I only break the other list. Yeah. Yep. How to ensure that you pay your credit, your credit card bills on time. How to ensure that you pay your credit card bills on time every month. Huh? All y'all, what I used to do this all the time when I was a single mom, I would put the money. This is a lot, bitch. This is a lot. Okay, let me turn my hat off. First of all, you hoes need a calendar. Girl, I look like I'm suffering from something. First of all, y'all need a calendar. Let's get into that. First of all, you need a calendar. Okay? Now, I know we use our phones for every goddamn thing. We gon' baby, I got all kind of notes in my phone. Baby, I'm worse than a rapper. Somebody steal my phone, they got my whole life. You got my whole game plan for the next 5 years. However, you need a desk calendar or you need a wall calendar, right? First step is number 1. You need to list all your bills in your house, from your mortgage or your rent to your car payment, car insurance, kids, daycare, whatever the fuck it is. You need to write it down. You need to write, that's 1 column, everything that you pay. Okay, thank you. I'm going to bleach my hair again tonight. Everything that you pay, you need to write it down. The next column, you need to write down the actual due date. If rent is due on the 1st, write it on the 1st. If your car note is due on the 12th, write the 12th. Everything, you need to write down the actual due date. The third column is called -3. The third column is called -3. This is what I teach in Budget Bay. You need to go ahead and take your due date, roll it back 3 days. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Not because Jesus came back in 3 days. Anything can happen in 3 days. Jesus came back. That is part of it. The reason why I roll my due dates back 3 days, the reason why I pay my stuff at least 3 days in advance is because listen, it's because you can come up with, if you come up in a pinch, like if I know my car note is due on the 15th, in my mind, in my calendar, I said my car note is due on the 12th. If I start looking at my calendar and I see it's the 10th and my money looking funny, I'm like, hey, I got some more time to go ahead and get this money up. So when the 12th hit, I'm like, shit, I might have to come up with a couple $100. It's easier to come up with a couple $100 in 3 days than it is in 3 hours. You understand what I'm saying? So I program myself. So after I make my initial list of what everything I need to pay in my house, and then what the due dates are, and then I roll my dates, I do -3 on the due dates. I never look at the real dates again. You can't tell me my light bill not due on the 10th of the month. It's actually due on the 13th, but you can't tell me my shit not due on the 10th, because everything I look, every planner I have, every calendar on my phone, it has that -3 date. And I don't even be in my mind like, okay, well, I know it's the 10th, but it's really, no, fuck all that. It's due on the 10th, because that's what I see. Once I do that -3, I never look at it again. That's what it is, right? Okay, so boom. That's how I do that. Why? Because if something come up in a pinch, I know that I can make some shit shake in 3 days, right? Jesus came back, so can my finances. Okay? All right. So that's that. That's the first thing you need to do. What the fuck was we even talking about? This ain't even about the credit cards. Now, here's the deal. When you come to your credit cards, listen, your due date and the date your due date and the date they report to the credit agency are two different things. Sometimes your due date is after the date they report to the credit agency. All financial institutions don't report. A lot of them do report during the last week of the month, but some of them don't. When you call, that's why I say call these creditors, talk to them, become friends. Hey, girl, hey. Talk to them when they call you because your payment is due. Answer the goddamn phone and ask some questions. So when I talk, sometimes I did it. I called my credit cards. I said, hey, I know what my due date is. What day do y'all report to the credit agency? The girl was like, oh, wow, I never had nobody ask that. Well, I am. What day do you report to the credit agency? She told me, well, we report on this particular card. She said, we report the 18th of every month. Guess what? My due date is on the 25th. So guess what I started doing? I started making sure, listen, you ready? You ready for this? Get into it. Now it's giving Popeye an olive oil. I would throw enough money on my card before they report it to the credit. So if let's say the car limit is $500. Let's do something easy. If the car limit is $500 and they report on the 18th, on the 15th, I'm gonna throw $500 on that card. I'm going to let it sit to the 20th, and then I'm going to max that card out. Did y'all catch that? Let me put my hat down. Maybe you take me serious. I'm going to run that back again. If they report on the 18th, whatever my card limit is, yeah, stay with me, Stink. Stay with me. Girl, I went from having a 474 credit score to signing and driving in less than 6 months. Signing and driving. Just signing and driving. Just, oh, you want a Porsche? Here you go, ma'am. Take it. It's yours. So I make sure that my card has a zero balance. So when they report to the credit bureau, my credit utilization is low as hell. It's low. Now, I don't do that for all my cards because you want to have some credit utilization. You just don't want to sit there and look like you just holding on the money. You scared to use it. You got to do a little something. So some cards, I will leave a $10 balance. Some cards, I leave a $20 balance, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and shoot some money. It might be bill money. It might be daycare money. It might be whatever. I'm going to go ahead and shoot some money on that card. So when they report on the 18th, it says, guess what? Coach Missy has a zero balance due, and she has $500 of available credit. Because guess what? The more available credit you have, the more credit people going to give you. They say, oh, shit, she got $10,000 available credit. Well, let me get that bitch $2,000 more. She could use it, right? So, boom, I wait 2 days. They report on the 18th. I wait until the 20th. Baby, the 20th, I'm swiping it right. I'm swiping that card. Yeah, I might have put my cable money on there. I'm logging in. Spectrum, paying the cable bill. I might have put my car insurance, paying my car insurance. Guess what? I'm going to take that card down to what? Absolutely the fuck nothing. I'm going to max it out. Because guess what I'm going to do on the 15th? Stay with me. Guess what I'm going to do on the 15th? I'm going to throw some money on it again. Just throw it in the bag. So every time they report to the credit bureau, it don't look like I'm using nothing. Huh? I'm going to pay it back and I'm going to use it all over again. I'm going to do the same shit every month. I'm going to blow it out every month. And then when you do that, you're not using extra money to pay your credit card bill. You actually using the money that you was going to pay your bills with anyway. So instead of having, $100 for this and $100 for that and then $50 on my credit card bill, I no longer had that $50 to pay my credit card bill because the only thing I was really worrying about is it reported on my credit. I'm using it. Girl, baby girl, y'all need help? Y'all need help? Message me. You need help? Message me. Yeah, and you get your points. Yes, and then every time it report, they like, oh my God, this bitch keep $20,000 worth of credit. It's a deal. It's a deal. Huh? And guess what they do? Every time them cards report, they're like, I got a lot of credit. Huh? They say, oh my God, she has $20,000 in available credit. Let's give her $5,000 more. No, your statement date and the date that they report to the credit bureau are two different things. Your statement date is based on when you opened up the card. Your statement date has nothing to do with the date they report to the credit bureau. A lot of times your statement date is either before or after. So what you want to do is make sure that card has a zero balance. I don't give a damn if you throw some rent money on there. Go ahead and throw your rent money on that bitch and then go take it out after it's been reported. Huh? Now, do it take a little shenanigans? Yeah. Huh? Do you have to be, listen, it ain't about to fuck the statement date. Listen what I'm saying, Stink. Fuck the statement date. The statement date is saying pay this by then. If your statement date is before, so the only way you're going to make a payment before is if your statement date, so here's the deal. Let me give you this example. If they report to the credit bureau on the 18th and your credit card bill is due on the 8th, go ahead and pay it down on the 8th, have some discipline, and let that money sit until the 20th and then blow it. Now, if you know when your bills are due, you can go ahead and put that money on there, let it sit. So I'm making one payment and it's going to kill two birds with one stone. It's a $500 credit card. My bill is due on the 8th. Right? You want to eliminate these charges, these interests, all the high ass interest. Go ahead and put some bill money on there. Go ahead and throw the bill money on the card. Right? Now you at a zero balance. We're going to eliminate some interest charges. Wait until the 18th, until they report. On the 20th, pay whatever the fuck you need to pay. And then you're going to do it all over again. If it's the 8th and the 18th, you do it all over again. Right? Now, let me give you another example. If your statement date is after the 18th, say they report on the 18th and your statement date is on the 25th, as long as you made that payment on the 15th or before the 18th, it doesn't matter if you max the card out. You made the payment that was already due within that billing cycle. Huh? You already made the payment because your payment wasn't due until the 25th and you made a payment on the 15th. You're still within that same billing cycle. Now it's like, oh shit, she paying her bill 10. Listen, she paying her bill 10 days early. You can still max the card out because technically you already made a payment within your billing cycle. You ain't got to pay them shit. But you need to know when they report to the credit bureaus. What's a good card to apply for if you don't have any? Go get you a secure card. You getting your income tax checks? We'll do your taxes for you. Don't worry about this thing. Get you a secure card. Don't be going out here applying to all these different places. First of all, if you don't have any credit cards, go ahead and throw half of your child support. Jesus, I wish. I wish I still had a child. Go ahead and throw half of your income tax check on a secure card. Go to a credit union. Let's get into it. Huh? Huh? Go to a credit union, either get a secure loan with half of your income, Yeah, I still do taxes. Hell yeah. I got my own tax service. Fuck yeah. CME tax service. Who is that? Is that Al? Now, Al, you know damn well why. Yeah, I still do taxes. And I got your message now. Come on now. We got it this year. Like I was about to say. So, boom. Go take half of your check. Go get you, listen, go to a credit union. You can go to a real bank too. Go to a credit union. Okay? You can go to your bank as well. Tell them you want to get a secure card or a secure loan. Say, hey, I want to open up a loan for $2,500. I need a card for $2,500. Don't go out here applying for all these high interest cards and give you $300, $400. They say, oh, we'll give you a card for $300, but you got to pay us $94 to process it. And then if you read the fine print and say we're gonna charge you a $79 fee, annual fee, so you can pay them $94 for a $300 credit card that only got $226 on it, and your interest rate is damn near 30%. Throw it in the trash. It's stupid. And having all these little $300 cards ain't gonna do nothing for you. Go ahead and get a secure card. Throw $2,500 on it. Right, at least $1,000. Get a secure card. Throw $1,000 on it. Let it report to your credit bureau before you touch it. Okay, treat it as a savings account. Let it report to the credit bureau before you touch it. Right, and then you start using it. Most places, when you get a secure card, if you make your payments, good payment history, 6 to 9 months, they will offer you they will up your limit, which means they say, hey, you treated this $1,000 like you had some sense. We're gonna give you $250 on us. Now your credit limit is $1,250, right? Most of them give you an increase within 6 months. And then if you keep the regular payments on the card, they will turn that secure card into an unsecured card, which will open you up to more things. But stop throwing this money towards this $300 card over here, a $500 limit over here. You got all these, and you can't even do shit with them credit cards. You can't even rent a car with that. It ain't enough credit on that hoe. What you gonna do with it? You can't even do nothing with it. Now, if you just got to do it, those are some old, if you like, hey, I ain't got no money to go do no secure card from, then fine, go ahead and get you 1 or 2 of them. But I'm gonna tell you this, once you go get one, they gonna come flooding in. Every time you go to the mailbox, it's gonna be another Indigo, MasterCard, First Premier Bank, Credit One. They gonna offer you all kind of cards. And yes, these places they have steps. Like Credit One to give you one card for like $300 or $500, and then if you do good with that one, they'll offer you a card for $1,000. Now you got 2 accounts with them. However, the interest rates are crazy. The interest rates are wild as hell. Okay, are wild work. So I always tell people, go to your bank and go get a secure card. Go to your credit union and go get a secure card, or get you a secure loan and make payments on that. You can say, hey, I want a loan for $2,500, and ask them, hey, I want 18 months to pay this $2,500 back. The $2,500 is there. You could use it. Use that loan to just pay yourself back and go ahead and get your credit up, right? Now you got a secure loan through a bank. Go ahead and get your credit started, okay? And then when you do that, boom, after that time period, then you take the $2,500 out because you didn't have good reports on your credit, then apply for a real loan through them. Just throw it in the bag. Huh? Any other questions? I never taught the class I was supposed to teach. I swear to God, I got a whole class I'm supposed to teach. We never got there, but it's okay because I do this for the people. What else you want to know? What else you want to know? Hi, if you are just now joining, my name is Coach Misty, and God damn it, I do it all. So I was originally going to teach part 2 of my Budget Bay class course I do every year. And this was budgeting like a baby. It's going to break down your budget and talk about smart spending hacks. But we start talking about credit. And guess what? I'm going to give you what I'll still make this video. Damn, you all right? God damn, you good, sis? Can you break down them boxes by the front door? All right. So, I will go ahead and make the video for the people and post it on my YouTube because I think people do need to know this about the 50, 30, 20 and all that good stuff. But hey, I know it's that time of the year. A lot of us are going to get a large amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And what I want you to do is I want you to make that money work for you and not work for it. Like, don't sit up here and be like, oh, I got my income tax. I got $10,000. You know what I'm saying? And you sit up and you broke by April. You done bought you a car that ain't working. You done bought you some clothes that don't matter. And you know what I'm saying? And now you broke again. Like, no, let's go ahead and have this money make us more money. Let's go ahead and do something with this credit. I want y'all to understand how credit works. You understand me? Understand how credit works. You don't dispute everything that is yours. Y'all be I'm gonna just dispute everything. And listen, when you send all those dispute letters, when you send a bunch of dispute letters or you dispute through your app, let's talk about that real quick. Disputing through the app. All right. Let's get it. Let's go. When you dispute through the app, yes, it's easier now. Have I had disputes through the app that actually worked out? Absolutely, I have. Right? Have I had more disputes on paper that work out? Absolutely, I have. So my preference is to dispute through paperwork. That's only if you have something that's disputable. If you just now joined, and I talked about this early, you cannot sit up there and say, oh my God, all this debt, ain't none of this mine. No, that's going to throw a red flag up to the credit bureau. They're not going to take any of your disputes. Like anytime you try to dispute something else, they're just going to be like, nope. You can't just go through your whole credit report and say, none of this is mine. When you claim identity theft, you have to have paperwork. You have to file police reports and do all that kind of stuff. Like it's not, what for $1,000 bill, you're playing games. Anytime, here's the deal. You cannot dispute something. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all what to do in the beginning. I knew I had to tell something before y'all get to dispute any goddamn thing. Now I'm about to drop game. You ready? Before you dispute anything on your credit report, before you do anything, you need to get all them addresses taken the fuck off. Look. She said, I work for Equifax. All facts. I see it daily. Thank you so much for that, Sky. You need to get all them phone numbers, addresses, job, all that shit. Get it taken off your credit report. And that's easy. You just go on there. Now you can do that online. Huh? Open up the door. So you can log in. Remember, I told y'all. So first of all, everybody needs to make their own accounts. Go to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. I want you all to make accounts to get your free credit report. When you go on there and you make an account, or you can go to freecreditreport.com and then it kind of sign you up for different ones. But I like to go to each one separately and then create an account. When you can create a free account, go in there and delete all of them goddamn addresses before you do anything. Before you dispute one red thing, delete all those addresses. Only had an address where you currently live. Because guess what? If I got a debt from my grandmama house on 116th and Miles, first of all, if it's 10 years ago, it shouldn't be on there. Let's just say I got a debt from my old house. As long as I go and delete that, when I go to dispute it, this shit don't match. That shit ain't on my credit report. Where you get that address from? Now, see, now I'm on some other bullshit now. What you mean? What address? It ain't on my credit report. I deleted all this shit. So I delete the addresses. I wait 30 days. I wait for that to be deleted. Right? And then I start disputing shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Not only is these dates wrong, who lived at 3557? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Who lived at 3557? I want it all taken off. So that's what you got to do. Delete addresses first, y'all. Addresses and phone numbers. Delete that shit first. Okay? Oh, God. The way, the truth, and the light. So before y'all get to deleting shit and going online and looking ass and quoting laws y'all don't know nothing about, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, section 17.9B says, shut your ass up. You done copy and pasted all that stuff in them people's things. They still gonna, what? Run that shit, update your shit, and get the fuck on. Delete them addresses first. Huh? Come on, big ass workout. I was like, damn, that look familiar. So listen, I'm going to say that. I literally got on here to talk about Budget Bay, right? But if you want to know who I am, yes, I had a credit repair business back in the day. No, I was not on that Ashley Grayson shit. Am I willing to help some people? Yes. I'm going to say this. It's illegal for you to pay for credit repair services up front. I'm telling you that as a person. I also own a tax business too. It's illegal for you to pay for credit repair services up front. Illegal. Okay? Don't let these people be like, I can get you this, that, and the other. Send me $1,200. That's illegal. Most of the people that have credit repair companies that operate, sometimes if they're in Florida, it's illegal to even have a credit repair company. Huh? Some states you can't even operate like that. So know who you're dealing with. See, here's the deal. If I'm going to let somebody deal with my finances and my credit, I need you to know the laws and how they apply to me. Francesca, can you hit that light over there? I'm over here in the dark and shit. Like I'm telling bedtime. No, the switch. Oh girl, not the fan. We're gonna get cold. There we go. Lord have mercy. Pop, lock, and drop it. All right, Francesca, all those bottles. What questions y'all have for me? Crazy Tales. All them bottles over there, we can store that shit. Because I needed to know what bottles I have. Can we store that under these cabinets or something? Because I'm gonna have to look at that in a minute. What other questions do y'all have about budgeting, about credit cards, about what? What do y'all have? And don't ask me about no shit like no CPNs. I don't fuck around like that. I don't do nothing like that. Well, don't ask me nothing about that. That ain't what we do over here. That's not my ministry. I don't do that. And I ain't saying it because this is recorded. I'm saying it like, don't ask me about that. I don't do that. I don't get down like that. People getting locked up all day, every day. Stop. Okay. You look, I filed bankruptcy before. Okay. And it was amazing. Should I freeze my credit with Nexus, Lexus, and the others? Why are you freezing it? What's the point of freezing it? Have you been affected by identity theft? Why are you freezing your credit? I mean, you can freeze it with anybody you want to, right? Yeah, you can DM me privately. Yeah, you can freeze it with anybody that you want to, but why are you freezing it? Because the crazy part is that people forget they didn't froze their shit and then they go to apply for something and it don't go through and then you be looking crazy. Unless you feel like your information has been compromised, what are we freezing it for? So for low credit, best way to boost is a secure credit card. 2 ways to boost low credit. Low credit, first of all, why the fuck is your credit low? That's number one. We're going to identify why your credit is low. What's the factors included in your credit, right? So the credit, listen. So here's the deal. So if you have low credit, was it because of late payments or is it because you don't have enough credit? Right. So let's see what your credit is. So if you know somebody with a trade line, first of all, they ain't even got to trust you because you're not going to get the card no more. If you know somebody that has decent credit or good credit and they have high trade lines, ask them to add you onto their trade line for at least 6 months to a year. Can you add me on? You'll start seeing differences within 90 days, but can you add me onto your trade line? You got a credit card with $20,000 thing and you pay your bills on time, add me onto your trade line, right? That's going to give me more of a good payment history. That's going to give me longer established credit. Right? If you have low credit score, let's go ahead and fix and see what you got going on. For that, I wouldn't say, oh, go get a credit card. Go get another credit card. Go get this and go get that. It doesn't matter, right? You need to go ahead and see what's going on. Is there settlements? Can we do some settlements on some of these people? We're going to go for the newest credit, debt first. So when you are looking at it, if your credit is low and you want to do some settlements, we're going to look at the newest debt first. After we have determined that debt is valid, that it hasn't been sold 10 times and it should have been off your credit report 3 years ago, we're going to go ahead and call and say, hey, I want to do a settlement. Because when you start getting the newest debt off of there first, you're going to see your credit score going to shoot back up. Right? Because the debt within the first 3 years has the largest effect on your credit score. You say, so the fastest way for the man you mentioned who had no credit was the quickest way to build it. So because the dude that I knew that didn't have no credit, the quickest way to build his was to get a secure card, was to get a car. And I was like, yo, if you got $5,000, he was a street dude. I'm like, look, take $5,000 and let's go to the bank and open up a secure card. As long as you keep it under 10,000, they're not gonna ask you where the money came from. Now I'm getting into a whole nother conversation. Trap Queen season 6, Coach Misty. This is the story of Coach Misty. Now I'm getting to a whole nother conversation. Anywho. Okay. Yes, the quickest way to build it is get a secure credit card. Go ahead and make payments on that secure credit card. Use less than 20%. I know they say 30% utilization. Use less than 20% utilization. Go ahead and pay that back in full so they can see at least 3 to 6 months of good payments. And then you can apply for other credit cards or other loans. What's the next question? My ass. Okay. You say late payment and little to no credit activity. So we're going to get those late payments taken care of. And then you should get a secure credit card after you get some of them late payments taken care of. Okay. All right. What else? You said leave them what alone? Listen, baby. Anybody else have any questions about budgeting, or if you want me to work with you on your shit, I will. All that good stuff. What else? Um, what else y'all want to ask me? Because I'm really supposed to be. We got workout class. I got to get these people their stuff. What else y'all want to ask me? I'll just make the budget bay recording another time. Hell, let me change this. Let me change the thing on here and say, hey, credit and more budget. Well, I'm gonna call this credit bay. Credit bay part 1. What else y'all want to ask me? You welcome, friend. No problem. Listen, Credit Bay Part 1. You can send me a message too if you need me to help you and I can tell you how it goes. I do charge for a consultation. I haven't done any work on your credit report yet. I do charge to look at your shit and analyze it. It's not a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? And then we go from there. If you want to rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't, you won't. And that's okay. But I am going to give you some tools that you can use, some tips and tricks that you can do yourself as well. Okay? I'm not answering. You want to ask me a credit question and a reading question at the same time? No, that's actually for the bracelets that we make. So let's put it in the office.
But I'm saying these bracelets right here.
Oh, that's for Zion to take lead in right there. That's for him for orders. She like, well, my son never get his credit together. Not you trying to ask me a reading question and a credit question. That was a good one. Girl, good day. Anybody else? If you need your taxes done, we have cmetaxservice.com. We do free estimates, free quotes, all that good stuff. So let me tell you what I do, right? Free estimates for your income tax returns. Right now, we are offering advances up to $7,000. You can get a no interest advance up to $1,000, and then the regular advances are up to $7,000 or whatever. And we'll let you know whether or not you qualify for an advance, and they be direct deposit. That's CME Tax Service. If you need somebody to do your taxes, we got you. All right. I ain't for no funny shit, no foolishness. I'm gonna say that. If you didn't get your taxes last year because you let somebody off your IG do your shit and they told you it's gonna give you back $54,000. Do you look? Yes, I can do a previous tax return. Yes, I do reviews for previous tax returns. I'm actually studying to become an enrolled agent, which means that I can help you go or have conversation with the IRS. I can represent you with the IRS. But yes, we do previous tax return audits to see if there was money left on the table. Absolutely. I do provide those as well. All right. And if you have a cousin that's not from the United States and they need an ITIN, they need an ITIN number, I got you. We can do that as well. Okay. What? I do have a team of people. You like, how is this whole doing all this? I'm not. I have a team of people that work with us. All right. CME did her taxes last year. Absolutely. No shenanigans. We're going to get you what you qualify for. Let me say that. What you qualify for. Stop letting these people taking pictures in front of Rolls Royces and shit. Huh? These people taking pictures in front of a Rolls Royce with a mink shawl on. Oh no, I'm not busy. I have people that do taxes. No, I have a team of people. Teamwork make the dream work. No, I have a team of people that do taxes. I have other people that help out with credit repair. No, I'm not. Listen, I will do a consultation with you, but no, I have people who work with us. No, No, we got some tax repairs that's on here right now. Hell nah. Okay. Listen, we all gonna be in a white Benz. We all gonna be in Maybach. We all gonna get it. No, I'm not just sitting there I would never have a time to sleep. No, I find people who are coachable and I teach them, and I find people that's just their passion and I rock with them. That's what I do. So you don't have to live in Texas. You can be anywhere in the United States and we can go ahead and do your taxes for you. It's cmetaxservice.com, or you can just go ahead and send me a message and I will send you a phone number that you can text me and you can matter of fact, let me just do this for y'all. Hold on. Y'all can take a picture of this shit. 1 second. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put the thing up and y'all can take a picture. Hold on. I like this one. There it is. Huh? Yes. So that's the picture, y'all. I was cute right there. Hey girl, hey. So that's that right there. All right, so go ahead. Does that one have my phone number on it? No. All right, I'm about to put the other one up with my phone number. Hold on. I'm gonna give y'all the one with my phone number. There it go. Not this bitch holding a bar. When I say bitch, I mean me. Y'all go ahead and take a screenshot of that one. That has my phone number on it too. And you can go ahead and text or call me and let me know what you need. Okay? All right. And if you are wondering, yes, I've been in the tax game for over. I've been in the tax. Al isn't. I know who Al is, but Al is not one of my preparers this year. So we've been doing taxes. Well, I have been running tax offices for over 20 years, and I started my own tax service. Yeah, I started my own tax service a couple years ago. And so we have qualified preparers. All my preparers are required to take education classes so they can learn what we can and cannot do, all that good stuff. Remember, they had the whole thing about Cash App. They were like, oh, y'all get that? Y'all got this? Yes, no, maybe so. Y'all got that? Going once, going twice. All right. All right. So, yeah, you can text me and tell me you need a quote, and we'll go ahead and get somebody to get you a quote. The quotes are free, the quotes are fast, and we're going to tell you, hey, this is what you're looking at. Now, whether or not your ass owes something, that's on you. What is that? That stuff, that's my stuff? Oh, yeah. That weight, you can put that shit in my room. Oh, no, you can leave that right there. You can leave that right there.
How do I do these?
Those bags, those clothes in that bag, Francesca, that shit is clean. That's
Don't need to be hung up.
no, that's Dante shit. He taking it back on the road. But my clothes, I don't give a fuck about them clothes. I need this shit taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah. I can wash them my own clothes. I think I got bras for next week. Okay, anyway. Anybody else got any questions about anything? You can always just send me a message, y'all. You can not listen, I will never contact y'all first. Please do not get scammed and bam tonight. I will never contact y'all first. I promise you that. I will never contact you first. It's a lot of fake pages of me. That's not me. That's why I put up that thing that had my number on it. Go ahead and take a screenshot. If you need that, even if you want me to help you with credit, do y'all need me to put that up again so y'all can screenshot it? Yes, no, maybe so. What y'all need? I'm just waiting. Anybody else got any other credit questions, tax questions, anything like that? All right, LaShawn, one moment. Okay, so even though it's my tax thing, it has the number on it. Text me and just say credit. And then we'll go from there. Text me and say credit. There we go. Text me and say credit. And we'll go from there. Will I have products for sale that manifest? What you want, Shay? What do you want? No, not you. It's a lot of Shays. Oh, no, I'm talking to the lady online. My bad. Damn, everybody named Shay. Anybody else need to go ahead and screenshot it? You want bracelets? Just tell me what kind of bracelets you want. I'll make that shit now. They like, damn, that bitch do bracelets. Don't worry about what I do, sweetheart. What I don't do is clock the fuck in, okay? All right. All right, y'all. Listen, today has been amazing. I'm about to go. What the fuck is you doing?
A TikTok I learned from yesterday.
Oh, what?
A TikTok I learned yesterday. I was trying to do it again.
What you trying to do? The trip out?
No.
Oh.
You know that TikTok, that little what's song? That Tupac song.
No, I do
You
not.
want to activate some picture, give that song. Cause you know what I'm talking about.
That's what. No, I don't. I don't watch TikTok like that because I'm always on TikTok going live, telling people how to do their credit. All right, y'all. Anything else y'all need to know from me? If not, I'm gonna check my inboxes now. I will get back to y'all. A lot of y'all, I'm just gonna send y'all my number and tell y'all to text me. That's it. That's all. I'm not gonna. You need one silver and one gold made for me. Your pick. All right, Shay. Just tell me what you want, and I'll make that shit before you leave on Sunday. All right, one silver and one gold. All right, what type of bracelets you make? Lord, Rising Phoenix. If you're not coming to manifest, it don't even matter. Shay, get off my shit. Bracelets and all blessed jewelry will come back after manifest. I got my conference this weekend. Manifest is this weekend. If you are in the Dallas area, let me go ahead and pull out my altar call. Listen, they talk about right. What type of what? Send me a message. Listen, y'all. Listen, this weekend, Martin Luther King Day weekend, starting Friday, I am doing Coach Misty Live. If you are in the Dallas area or willing to travel to Dallas, we will be live at the Embassy Suites. Wait, that don't even sound right. In the main ballroom. Hey, turn up, bow. No, not like that. I host a conference every year during Martin Luther King Day weekend called Manifest. And I teach you how to manifest. This year we are doing Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And baby girl, it's going to be what amazing. I normally hold my conferences in Atlanta. This is the first year I did it here in Dallas, so I didn't have to fly everybody out to Atlanta. I thought I was saving some money by having everybody come out here. Okay, so so having people come to us instead of we go to the people. But Manifest 2026 will be in Dallas again next year. So be on the lookout for that. If you don't do nothing else with your life, go join my email list on this site, thisiscme.com. I send out the tax flyer. I send out a lot of my information on this site right here. Thisiscme.com. Go join the site. Go join the email site. Go to it. I'm going to show y'all what it look like. And it'll be a little subscription thing that pop up. And you'll be like, hey, girl, hey. And then you can go ahead and sign up and get all the updates or whatever it is that you need, okay? So when you go to thisiscme.com, it's going to come to my shop page first. That's me. But if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, just to subscribe, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, oh, damn, there's a lot of shit on here. Okay, all the way to the bottom. Boom, it's going to tell you to sign up. Go ahead and sign up right there and get all the information you need. Woo, I've been a talking ass tonight. All right, y'all, listen, I will be back at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for what? Wild Wednesday. I'll be back. Shit. So I'll see y'all in a minute. I hope y'all got a lot of information from tonight. Remember, you're more than welcome. Send me a message, inbox me now, or you can text me. Yeah, 8, 9, I don't know, shit. Then you can text me. If you were able to screenshot my flyer, go ahead and text me, and we can go from there. I'll be honest with you. Taxes, I have people who can get you taxes. We can get those returns. We can get those advances processed today, tomorrow. That's not a problem. We can do that tomorrow. As long as you have your W-2 information, if you are self-employed, or whatever the case may be, as long as you had that information and your tax return stuff from last year, we can go ahead and get you processed for that over the phone. And we have a secure app where you upload all your stuff. Okay. That's not a problem. If you want to talk to me about credit, you want to talk to Uno Nuno, I'll be honest with you. I can text you back today, but I won't be talking to people until next week, until after the conference is over. And then I can send you out a link to go ahead and book your consultation with me as well. Now that thing I can do. I can send you a link to book your consultation for credit, okay? I can do that. All right, y'all. I want to thank y'all so much for rocking with me. I'm going to post that budget-based